So, welcome whoever ends up watching this. Yeah, as promised, well not promised, but as I said, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of practice for Friday's race. So I thought, why not try and commentate over it? First time of trying to commentate over, well, racing whilst I'm actually doing it. So here it goes, I guess. Got the MRC settings, 5 o'clock, which happens to be sunny, and yeah, off we go. I'm in the TT as usual. Just aiming to get a benchmark lap in to start with, but I have said I'm going to try and push for a 7:05 if possible or faster, but I don't know if I can actually do that, I'll be honest. I'm not well, do know this track to a degree, but I'm certainly no expert. I've watched more laps of it than drove more laps of it, if that makes sense, when watching the likes of like Jimmy Broadbent or whatever, so I kind of know it in that regard, but that's obviously a completely different thing to driving it all the time. And if anyone's seen Timmy 1993, I think it is, if anyone's seen his lap at the Nürburgrings, yeah, I think it was like a 6-minute 56 or something he did, might even be a 55, I don't know, it might be a bit unfair to him there, I don't know what it was. I didn't actually see the actual time, but it looked like a 56 to me, 6:56, and Jesus Christ, that's yeah, if you watch that lap, that's how to do it. I don't know why I'm even doing this, to be fair, because anything you can learn from watching a video of going around the Nordschleife, Timmy's video can teach you really, but I guess it's not about that. I'm not trying to, like I say, I'm not even aiming for that quick a time. I'm just not that good, quite frankly, but I do try. I've got some kind of ghost going on up here in front of me. I'm not even sure what that is. Might be a previous lap or something I've done on here. If it is, it's a long way ahead, so that's worrying. What is that actually? Could be a different car, surely. Anyway, don't focus on that. Get back to actually looking at the frigging track. Don't like this corner. Oh, it's so tidy. But we're all good. Don't know why I went down a gear there. Terrible driving as usual. Nice through there. Sometimes better to stick in that higher gear and just be a bit smoother through some of these corners instead of right at the top of the rev range. It can help you, I know it's a bit against your instinct, because obviously plow all the time, but as fast as possible, as many revs. It's not always the case. Sometimes it is better to be in a higher gear in certain sections of the track. I'm not saying everywhere, but fuck that up royally. Shit. Sorry about the swearing if you don't like swearing. But yeah, want a great corner, quite frankly. Not my proudest moment, anyway. I'm gonna have to remember that for a second lap. I'm just gonna pause it quickly last minute. Oh no, I won't. Never mind. I'm starting to wonder if I hit record, but I hope I did, otherwise I'm just talking to myself here, and I'll have to do it again, and then it won't be the same. Jesus Christ, that was close. Oh, what am I doing on the brakes? I need to sort my brake bias out. I don't know, it just seems shit. I don't know what's... Alright, so it's a... Oh, jeez. That's not bad through the carousel, actually. Quite good sticking on the inside. Some cars ultra low and lots of downforce. So you've got to actually... Whoa! Following that fucking ghost. What the fuck? Again, sorry about the swearing. But... Right, this lamp's completely written off now. Might as well just take it steady and take the track in and try and get the lines right and push it hard the next lap, but make sure I'm getting the lines right so I know what to push hard the next lap really, even if I'm taking it a bit steadier than I want to. Oh, so I want that line next time, even though I could probably do it quicker. I want that line, you know what I mean? So I've given up on this lap in a way, but I'm already training for the next lap in a way to make that, well, better. And I keep following that ghost really, really badly. So, in fact, I'm going to, when I get onto a section where it's reasonably safe to do so, I will turn the ghost off if I can. Easy enough. Where is it? That's annoying. Alright, well, carry on. So I got round to actually corners like that where Timmy's so quick through. And I actually got round to changing my brake bias here. I don't know what's good. I don't know what to do. There's so many different types of corners around here. How do you pick one really? But it doesn't seem right what it was set at, so I might as well alter it, because I didn't have any confidence in it really, so I might as well go try something else. Anyway, let's go for -3. Oh shit. Not really worked through there, but that's because I was not concentrating. Anyway, second carousel, that pretty much tells me this is the end of the lap. Well, not the end of the lap, but lead onto the straight. Good corner. Right, that last corner. Inspires confidence to attack before going down the mighty street. Which if you do it in any kind of slow car is unbelievably long. It's just ridiculous. Oh, I did it in the what's it called now? I have no idea what it is, but it's pretty much a VW camper van. It's not called a VW camper van, but I did it in that once, in the Nordschleife, and after about a minute and a half, I kind of regretted it, because, oh shit, what am I braking so early for? Yeah, I kind of regretted it, because you get through these corners, because this is about the trickiest corner on the track, and I'll just concentrate a sec. That was good. Yeah, so I did it in a camper van, and in that camper van that you can do it on, whatever it is, and I've no idea what the lap time was, can't remember, but you could, it was really a good way of learning the track, to be completely honest, but you could almost fall asleep on like the length of the straight. I'm sure it took like a minute, well, probably about 2, I have no idea actually, but probably about 2 minutes to get down that straight at like 55 mile an hour or whatever, top speed of it is. And yeah, if you really don't know the Nordschleife, I recommend you do it in something like that. Maybe not quite as slow as that, but this ghost is faster than me, and I don't know what it is. Must be a previous lap I've done. I didn't know I'd been round here in the TT, but it looks like I have. It's the original livery, so yeah, it looks like that's what it is. But anyway, yeah, so back to what I was saying. It's quite a good way of learning the track, going round in something like that, and maybe not as slow as that, like I said, but something like, I don't know, some road cars just have terrible brakes, so it makes it ultra hard. It makes it even harder than it would be in something that goes 250 mile an hour. Because the brakes in something that goes 250 mile an hour often. But yeah, so if you do it in like a, I don't know, a Honda Civic or just a little hatchback or something like that, probably a good way to do it as well. Another thing I've done it in, I believe, if I remember rightly, was Suzuki Swift. Again, when I was kind of learning the track and I wanted to like learn braking points and actually be able to see them rather than, you know, going at it at 500 mile an hour and not being able to see anything. I wanted to kind of learn the lines and the actual details of the corner, sad as that might sound, but that's the truth. You can hear the truth. That was one of them terrible quotes, sorry. Flat through here. In out, as Jimmy Broadbent calls it. I don't know if that's what it's actually called in real life. I don't know if anyone else watches Jimmy Broadbent as well, but if you don't, it's worth a watch. Don't watch everything he does live, but there's quite a lot of long streams and stuff. But if you are into your sim racing or getting into it more and more, or want to learn, then it's quite an entertaining, good guy to watch. Does a lot of good content, puts a lot of time into it by the look of it, and it kind of pays off. He's pretty well known as well. Well, very well known, I should say, in the sim racing world. It's more PC based. I like console gaming. I don't really care what anyone says about, oh, you should go to PC because there's iRacing. Well, iRacing costs an absolute fortune to buy tracks and cars. Don't know if anyone else isn't aware of this. I found out gradually after looking into it slowly but surely, and I'm sorry if I'm going on a bit of a rant here, but I really wanted a PC and I really wanted to get into iRacing, but I'm from Yorkshire and I'm a bit of a tight bastard, and I didn't want to, it's thousands of pounds by the time you're like properly into it, if you know what I mean, and it just, I really want to, but Jesus Christ, you have to pay for it, and by that point, once you've got into like thousands of pounds, well, I'm exaggerating slightly, maybe not thousands of pounds, but you know, you're talking, by what I've read into it anyway and looked into it, I'm driving terribly now because I'm talking about this, but not doing too bad. But it's just like when your new car's released, for example, it might be like, I believe anyway, again, I'm just going on what I've read about this over the years and stuff. You know, it can be like 8, 9, 10 pounds, maybe even more, I don't know. And that's for like every car, so you think like Gran Turismo, how many cars have we got into Gran Turismo? And granted, the physics are probably as good and the cars don't look as amazing and the interiors are, you know, quite as bang on, but you know what, Gran Turismo is good enough, so. And other games as well, I don't know if anyone else is into other games, but I know this is a Gran Turismo based, like, what's it called, group, so. But yeah, there's plenty of other games that are good as well as iRacing really, so I didn't really see the need to succumb to everyone's, you know, pressure to PC race basically. But at the same time, when you see like, well, I don't know if anyone's seen it and anyone's bothered, but if anyone's seen like Jimmy Broadbent video he did a while back where we were on iRacing, he was just having a an online well, kind of closed lobby, but like just practice mess about race, like Formula 3s or something, and he had Nando Loris and which is a F1 driver for those that don't know, and oh shit, or was, I'm not fucking that into F1, I don't know if he still is, I think he is, and what's it called, bloody Verstappen, which if there's any driver that's got some real raw talent in the world, then I'd put my money on Verstappen, really. He's unbelievable. But yeah, anyway, that's a different story for a different day. So yeah, I'm not doing too badly waffling on either. I've left my ghost behind, so 5.5 on the relative. I'll get back to actually talking about the driving rather than waffling on, but I hope I strike a chord with some people. Don't get you know, bogged down in PC's better. Just enjoy what you're doing, man. That's what it's all about. You don't have to get, oh, I want better, or I want better. Well, if you're not good enough to actually make the most of it either, what's the point? So you've just got to kind of admit to yourself sometimes that, hang on a minute, I'm not actually like the world's best at this. Is it worth spending thousands and thousands on it all? You know, saying that, I have over the years probably spent, you know, quite a lot of money on it, but I've had a few different wheels, and that being the reason why I've spent loads of money. Really, I've had the same rig the whole time, and it's a homemade rig. I've got nothing special whatsoever. It's a couple of pieces of leftover worktop that didn't need fitting at work, and I've used that as a base and like built a little table to clamp my wheel to out of it, and then made the legs just out of wood and made it to my shape and size and everything, so it's all nice and comfortable. Mate donated an old bucket seat out of his old Saxo VXR or whatever it was, VSR or something, whatever. Someone will, I'm not assuming that loads of people are going to watch this, but it's one of them things that if you had that car it'd piss you off. I got that wrong. Anyway, let's go VXR, even though it wasn't. SXI, that sounds about right. Yeah, anyway, it's quite good through here. I'm just going to concentrate a second, stop waffling on. Yeah, so my mate had an old bucket seat in his mum and dad's garage from his old Saxo, so he just gave me that. He didn't want any money for it, so that's my bucket seat sorted. And then I've just got, at the moment, I've got Fanatec CSL Elite steering wheel just with a standard rim. I haven't invested any money in it since buying it, really. I'm impressed with it, but I do want a direct drive ultimately, even though I was just banging on about not spending ridiculous amounts of money. I really love sim racing, so I'm prepared to spend the ridiculous amounts of money, but for other people it's just not the right thing to do. But I think I will eventually get the most out of it. Obviously I will have to shift to PC at some point, but I don't really want to. It's just simple on the PlayStation. Things work as well, you know, you don't have to faff about too much. Just assuming this is recording, that is, but that's not my fault if it isn't. Oh shit, on the PlayStations. That was messy, but I got away with it. Very messy. I'm actually going to concentrate on driving a bit and stop talking too much. Oh, I might talk a bit more because concentrating on driving and work. Jesus Christ, what was that? What lap am I on as well? Shit, this is my first lap. I've been waffling away too much. Alright, so I've got to make up 6 seconds. Fuck me. Sorry for the language again. No chance. I've got absolutely no chance. But let's give it a go. Let's focus a little bit. I'm going to go quiet a little bit here, but try and probably boring you to tears anyway, so probably glad of it. Here we go. Going for 6th. Aye boss. Do it. You reckon? Aye, that touched me. I know what I'm talking about. Still nice, alright, just messing about. Ooh. Hit that corner, but I actually managed to salvage a corner at least. Not a brilliant corner. Right, carousel, here we go. Always a tricky one. Always a good one in a way though. Satisfying when you get it right. Terrible when you get it wrong. Embarrassing when you get it wrong anyway. It just seems to push you out wide and you can't do anything about it. Oh, hello. Oh. Jesus, that was a bit risky. But again, got away with it. Again, if anyone wants to actually see someone do well around this track, recommend Timmy's lap. I think it was posted earlier on the MRC something or other on one of our posts. But well worth a watch as well. Bit slow through there, but that's where I went massively off last time, so I've actually gained 3 seconds. I could get my 7:05 here if, well, I'm being incredible. Oh shit, I'm being incredibly optimistic there, 7:05, but you could have a dream. I ain't got much of the track to make any difference with now though, so I believe I've lost it, but like I say, you gotta still try. I've just gotta be neater. I've been talking too much, I'll be honest. I'm not used to doing this, as I say. It's the first time I've actually spoken all the way through driving, never mind driving 3 laps at bloody Nordschleife, so in hindsight, probably not the best idea, but there you go. We'll live and learn. My 3 seconds is just, oh no, it's coming back, oh shit, it was, I stopped looking at the fucking time. Sorry, this lap is bringing quite a lot of sweary out of me, I do apologise. God damn, why do they make this track so fucking hard? It's so bloody long. Ridiculous. What were they thinking? Need a drink. Flat through here for as long as a day, here we go. So what's it going to be? What have we got coming up? I don't look. I can look now, no, I can't, I'm wide. Oh, there's a 7:05 disappeared. Not too bad though. So yeah, relative to Timmy 1993 I think it is, relative to his lap, he put in a 156 point God knows what, but I think it was a 156, I could be wrong, Timmy will probably obviously know, but from watching his lap earlier, I couldn't quite actually see the time, but on my phone. But yeah, I think it was 156. So that's what, fucking 12 seconds quicker. 12 seconds quicker. That's ridiculous. Anyway, right, I'll stop waffling on. Cheers if you watched. Again, first couple of times doing this kind of thing. So, if there's anything you could criticise almost rather than praise me on, I'd be happy to know, because I kind of want to do this a bit more, like I keep saying, so if there's anything I can improve with, I could do with knowing, otherwise I'm just boring people and wasting my own time, so yeah, let me know. Right, cheers, in a bit, bye.